Hello, gorgeous manifestors. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Hope you are all really well. And for those of you in the UK, I hope you are enjoying this gorgeous weather we're having. I hear it's going to get up to 36 degrees on Thursday, which is awesome. So I'm just going to, as per usual, just wait for a few of you guys to log on. And then whilst I'm doing that, I will just share this into my Facebook group. So just bear with me a moment while I do that. But if you're tuning in, let me know how you're feeling today. Let me know where your vibration's at. And are you ready today to talk about powering your prosperity and money flow? Because I am very excited to get going with part 2 of the Power Your Passion and Prosperity Mastermind Taster Sessions. So for those of you that don't know, I'm launching my Power Your Passion and Prosperity Mastermind. It starts in a couple of weeks' time on Monday the 5th of August. Enrollment is now open. There is an early bird until midday on Friday, midday BST. And this mastermind encompasses everything that I'm passionate about, because I want to help hundreds of millions around the globe to step into their power, to step into their passions, to unleash everything that's in their vortexes, including the delicious money flow that they desire. So let me know how you're doing. Send me some love hearts. If you're watching on replay, comment #replay, and just bear with me while I share into the Facebook group, and then we will get going, my darlings. If you haven't got a pad and paper, you may want to get a pen and paper so you can make some notes. Right, okay, so that's off. So first of all, I'm sat in my living room today because it is so hot in my office, and I've just realised I've got this fur blanket behind me, which is probably the last thing anyone in the UK wants at the minute, is a fur blanket. It is very warm and we are loving the sunshine. So my darlings, following on from yesterday's session, which was all about how to know if you're in your passion and ramping up your passion, I want to talk today about now ramping up your prosperity and money flow. And I innately know through my awesome higher self, Sarah, but also coaching so many people over the last 2.5 years, that passion directly links into money flow. Because if you think about it, when you are working in your passion, your heart literally sings, your soul soars, and with that higher vibration, everything that you desire is going to come into you, okay? And money is like a byproduct of your passion. It's a byproduct of doing whatever makes your heart sing, whether that's through work or whether that's just in your life on a day-to-day basis. This mastermind is for anyone, so you don't have to be a business owner. For me, I coach mastering the art of manifesting to everyone. Like, I want it to cover all parts of life, not just business, okay? So if you aren't in your, if you don't run your own business but you still want to ramp up your passion and money flow, then this mastermind is for you. So I'll put the details for the mastermind in a link above this video at the end. Hey Karen, so there's lots of you tuning in. Hi Celine, hi Joanne darling, hi Louise, hi Sarah, hi Charlie Ann, Benita, brilliant. Okay, so let's get going. So the first thing is, you can ask me any questions that you would like to about money flow. So there may be some areas in your life that you feel the money isn't flowing as you wish. Now, I have been trained I've been trained a lot around money flow and manifesting by the universe. And in fact, that growth and expansion is always underway and it's always expanding for me. So now I'm entering into this phase where I want to master money overflow. And so there's lots of training and expansion going on around that as well, so that I will be able to bring those tools to you. But what I'm really good at being able to do is manifest the money that I need month in and month out. And it's all about moving with what excites you, obviously moving with guidance from your higher self and our awesome universe, and even our multiverse, and moving with the guidance from your higher self and non-physical team also. And I've always taught that when you do what makes your heart sing, you then get inspired action, and that inspired action comes from the universe, and to always move with that guidance you get from the universe. And obviously new insight has come through over the last few months that that's actually your higher self. So my higher self is called Sarah. She's awesome, and she leads me to do so much. And you each have a higher self to tune into and take full advantage of as well. So in this mastermind that I'm going to be working with, that I'm going to be doing, there's going to be lots of work around how to work with your awesome higher self as well, because she or he, if you're female it's a she, if you're male it's a he, just think they have had so many lives be for your lifetime, and they have so much insight and knowledge that this moment in time not many people are tapping into. But when you open up their insight and you tap into it, that's what makes you become so powerful, what gives you the inspired action, what allows you to ramp up your passion and your money flow. Like literally they lead everything for you, but we need to heighten that connection with them, okay? So I've written down a few top tips around powering prosperity and money flow through your passion, okay? But if anyone has any questions, do ask them, because after I've run through these tips, I will then come to you to help you, okay? So the first thing is money is meant to flow, and so it's really important that you have a appreciation of that, okay? Money is meant to flow. It isn't supposed to be kind of just stored. So it's really when you think about how you are with money, is there kind of one part that you love more than the other? Because a lot of people love spending their money, but they're kind of scared of it not lasting or it running out, okay? Or you may not want to spend your money and keep it safe, but it's kind of understanding that you need to do one in tandem with the other. So my mastermind, the insight that Sarah's given me, is that passion and passion and working with LOA needs to work hand in hand and in tandem. And it's the same with money flow. You kind of need the flow out and in tandem. And most people have one side that they feel still got the stutter. Some people have one side that they feel more aligned with, but then the other side they don't. And when that isn't working in equal tandem, then the money flow isn't going to flow easily, okay? So remember that it's meant to flow, and we can do a money flow practice shortly if you would like to as well, and I'll take you through that, okay? So when you are moving in your passion, because you're going to feel so much like high vibration, you are going to get so much guidance from your higher self. So that's when you start to move with it without question. So again, this is where a lot of people get a bit stuck. And again, this is what I will be helping you with in the mastermind course. So the mastermind course is going to be a really small group. So everyone that I work with gets lots of face-to-face and direct exposure to me, okay? But you have to move with it regardless of how you think it's going to lead to money flow for you. So move with the guidance. So I have lost count of the number of times people get guidance, but they let their heads talk them out of it. So I guess one classic example would be people who kind of want to kind of make the leap to work with me and then don't because the fear gets in the way. But if you're always moving with that guidance, it doesn't just have to be about working with me, that's just one example. But if there's anything you're getting guidance on and you're not kind of moving with it, you're slowing everything down. So think about, is there anything else that your higher self has been trying to guide you to do that you haven't quite been leaping with? And it can feel scary and it doesn't always make sense. And in fact, you know, I have launched things before in my business and actually lowered the price, okay? And most people be like, well, that doesn't really make much sense. You've kind of gone lower. But again, it's just been the guidance that I've had. And when I've gone with it, I've then had like about like so many people sign up to do the course, and therefore I don't need to question the guidance. It's just I need to go with what Sarah is guiding me, because Sarah has my roadmap. So your higher self has your roadmap for you manifesting everything that you desire. Okay, so listen to the guidance, and are you moving with it, or are you letting fear stop you? So again, so often when people start working with me, they are ready to start kind of going through their own fears and just getting on with whatever it is they're being guided to do, regardless of what's going on in their head. And when you can master that, that's when you're going to be a really powerful manifestor. When you can kind of master just going on with when you can master doing what you're being guided to do without kind of questioning why or how it links into the big vision, that's when everything's going to unfold really, really quickly for you. And again, the guidance comes quick and fast when you are in your passion and moving from this high vibe place. Okay, so I'm just going to take a sip of water because I'm very hot, bear with. Very hot and stuttering. Okay, so are you busy each day doing what you love? So it doesn't have to just be in business. It can be in anything. Are you doing what you love day in and day out? And we did talk about this yesterday, but again, money is a byproduct of you being so happy. Okay, so are you spending your days doing what makes you really happy? So for me, I love coming on and doing these lives. I love helping people and coaching people. That makes my heart sing. I love going outdoors and being, outside. That makes my heart sing. Are you filling up your days as much as possible with the things that make your heart sing? Because you want to, as I said yesterday, be spending so much of your time doing that if you want to open up a really rapid flow of things that come into your experience. Okay. And that is going to build massive momentum. So the more you are doing stuff that you love, the more guidance you will get of things to do that you love, and it just builds and builds and builds into this whirlwind of amazing awesomeness, which brings everything that you desire into you, including money flow. But again, one thing that you can do is think about how you would feel if you had the money flow that you want now. Okay, so just think about that. So just think right now, someone's going to give you some money, or the amount of money that you desire right now. How is it you're going to feel? And take that word and just note that down. Okay, and just kind of go with the first word that comes into your mind. And then just open your eyes, and whatever that word was, it could be powerful, it could be happy, it could be free. Go around and wear that vibration each day, all day, each day, okay? And go and do things that make you feel that vibration, because when you wear that vibration, the quantum leap version of you, everything that you desire is going to come into you. So again, these are just like such top, such like, it's just like scratching the tip of the iceberg, just these tips. But it's to give you some things to start playing around with. But of course, in the 4-month mastermind that starts on the 5th of August, this is what we're going to be going into in a really deep way for 4 whole months together. So it's really, really exciting. But this just gives you some stuff to start playing with. Love your money hard. So wherever you are in your money flow, love it. So love the money that goes out, love the money that comes in, but are you loving where you are? And this can be quite an interesting question, because when you are being trained from the big you to ramp up your money expansion even further, it can get a bit uncomfortable at times, but you still need to really focus on loving your money hard. And I think the other thing I wanted to say is, having run this business for 2.5 years, there are ebbs and flows as well, which is always what Esther says when she is channeling Abraham. Okay, she always talks about ebb and flow, and it's the same with money. So what may happen is you may have one big month, and then it may just take 2 or 3 months more for that shift to sink in. So you may get a bit of ping back, or you may get a bit of ping back just before you expand again. Okay, and it's knowing that that's okay and that's safe, and trusting that your higher self is leading all of this for you. Okay, so don't panic as well, but know that if you leverage the laws and your higher self, and understand that being in your passion is really important, and you kind of just let go a bit, everything will unfold as it's meant to. But what tends to happen is people get really het up around their money energy, and that's when you kind of slow all things down in terms of money that flows into you. Okay, so it is about ebb and flow, and I think the other thing I wanted to say is that it is about action. Okay, inspired action. So a lot of people, I think, because I used to think this, like years ago. I used to think, well, if I just feel the amount of money I want, it has to come. But it always involves taking inspired action. It's easier to get that inspired action from our awesome higher selves when we are doing what we love day in and day out. Okay, so it is about action. So if you are wanting to ramp up your money flow, are you listening to that guidance and that inspired action, and are you taking it? Or are you allowing your ego to say, no, well, that isn't going to link to more money, or I don't really know how that would equal more money. Don't question it, just move with it. But it is about taking action. Just ask yourself, are you taking action? But it does need to be action that makes your heart sing. So it's not action as in a hard slog way, but it's like, right, what lights me up? What is going to make me want to eat it? And I know one of the ladies that was watching yesterday was asking for thoughts around her. She was launching some workshops, and she wasn't. I could tell straight away that she wasn't really wanting to do them. There was something just not quite matching. She was kind of coming at it from I need to do these, but they don't light me up. So think about the things that you are doing in your life, whether it's business or not. Do they light you up? And if they light you up and they get your passion really ramped up, then just know that then the whole of your non-physical team are going to get behind you and support you and make that work for you. Okay, so make sure that you are taking action. It may sound like a bit of a straightforward thing to say, but so many people, I think, get a bit frozen by fear or by thinking in their heads. Don't wait for all things to be perfect. Know that you need to move where you are now. And when you take that first step, then your higher self will bring you the next step on your trail. But your higher self has the roadmap, no one else, not even your mind. Your higher self has the roadmap. So trust in everything they give you and move with it. Okay, and again, when I'm doing the mastermind course, I will be giving you practices to help you open up that relationship to your higher self, to enhance it, to power it. Obviously, I'm just I've noticed my last few programs I've launched have the word power in. So this is all about power, and my awesome higher self, Sarah, is about power through strength and through love. It's all about power. Okay. So just think about all of those things. There's lots of things to think about there. I mean, there's so much I can talk about when it comes to money flow and ramping up your prosperity. But really, quite often, it's quite helpful to work with people on a one-to-one basis and be able to understand exactly what is going on for them. And so again, the beauty of the mastermind is that you get that close face-to-face contact with me. Okay, so if you have any questions, ask them below and I'll answer them for you. You can ask me anything that you want about money flow, but I am here to help you power your money flow, and I want to help hundreds of millions all around the world to power their money flow, because money is always there, it's always accessible, it's always available. Like there are no limits, because we are always expanding, and there's a lot of understanding around money flow out there, so much misunderstanding, and there's a lot of fear mongering as well, okay? And that's what I want to help you fall into an energy of, knowing that the money you desire each month is going to come, and that you know how to access it. And this doesn't come through working hard and slogging your guts out. It comes from doing what lights you up and moving with the guidance that you get from your awesome higher self, okay? So it is very simple, okay? It isn't complex, it's very simple, but it's just knowing how to access it, and that is what I cannot wait to teach in the mastermind. So I'll post the link above afterwards, but if you want to find out more about it, check that link out. There's an early bird that expires on Friday at midday, so check that out, take advantage of it, and I'm so excited to see who the universe brings through for me to work with this time. It's very exciting. So I'm just going to read through some of your comments. And I think if you want to ask questions, that will sort of help as well, because literally there's so much I can say around money flow, and there's only so much I can kind of cover in one session like this, but at least you'll sort of get an idea of the kind of insight that I am able to access and offer through Sarah for clients that work with me. Okay, my darlings? So, okay, what have we got then? Okay, money has terrified me for over a decade since I lost a business in the recession. I have improved since reading your book, and money has improved, but it's coming into the family, not directly to me. Any advice how to increase both family and personal finance? So the first thing is, if it isn't coming directly to you, don't dismiss it. So that's the first thing a lot of us do, which I understand. But you think, well, it's coming through my husband or wife or whatever it is, and then you think, but it isn't coming through me. Don't dismiss it. Any money that is in your experience is coming to you, so don't kind of dismiss that too much. But I do understand that obviously you want to manifest your own money as well, but be so thankful and loving for that money that is coming through other people in your family as well. Okay, it's completely, I would say, if you have had an experience like that, firstly in terms of losing your business, it can put the fear into you. But just know that you are now so different to who you were back then. And there's a phrase I always love to use that is kind of, well, that happened then, but now I choose differently. Or, you know, sometimes we hear stories about other people who don't have success in money manifesting, and that freaks us out. But we can say, but that's their experience, but I choose differently. But also, there's so much expansion behind all of these things as well. So there would have been a lot that you learned through that process, and actually it would have been all part of your journey, okay? So don't beat up on yourself about it, because you would have gained so much insight around who you are and how things work through that. So don't see it as a failure, okay? Think of Richard Branson. Think of how many awesome people are out there who have had peaks and troughs in their businesses, who've had things sort of go under and then restart up again. Like, it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. So I just think that's something that I'm quite passionate about. So don't beat up on yourself about it, but try and loosen that fear now, because know that who you are now is very different to who you were about 10 years ago, okay? Any advice how to increase both family and personal finance? So this links into what I was saying yesterday. Are you doing what you love each and every day? Are you moving with the inspired action that you're getting? Are you feeling that you are listening to that guidance and then taking action on it straight away and quickly? Because that's the other thing I would say, guys. I get a lot of guidance from Sarah, regardless of her making me stutter right now. I love you. I get a lot of guidance from Sarah, and I move with it quickly. So even today would be a classic example. I was meant to go on live at 10, but I was like, I'm not feeling quite like ready. So then I spoke to someone else, and now I've come on now. And that isn't that I've been being slack, it's because I've been waiting for my vibration to be on point around this live. And that's kind of how I run my life. It's not very rigid, okay? It's very flowy, and I let Sarah lead me. So just ask yourself that as well, Joanne. I mean, definitely for you, my mastermind would really help, because it's 4 months of kind of delving into this and unpicking it to enable you to become free, okay? Because from someone that was trapped by money for years, and a lot of you have read that if you've read my books, I know you have, Joanne, it's just such a sticky, unpleasant space to be in, and I just don't want anyone else to feel like that. And this is why I'm so powerful to help, you know, this is why I'm so passionate about helping hundreds of millions around this, because the insight around money and money flow and turning on the money tap from the universe, it's just, we all can access it, and that's what I want to help every single person understand. Okay, so I hope that helps, darling, as a bit of a starter. Increasing the percentage each day. Awesome, Claire. Awesome, well done. So Claire's talking about the amount of time that she's spending doing what she's passionate about. Awesome, well done. I do try, but not always possible. Okay, so just again, praise yourself for the times that you are able to spend most of your time in your passion. Obviously, it's real life. Obviously, we have contrast as well. But when you can, make sure you're ramping up your passion as much as possible. And it doesn't, you know, I often do so much that has no direct link to money coming in, but I just do it because I love it, and therefore my vibration's higher and everything flows, okay? So still contrast and roller coaster emotions coming up to be cleared. So there's always going to be contrast. I think it's so don't fight that. You know, I've been through a lot of epic expansion and growth over the last 5-6 months behind the scenes, as a lot of you know. And it just kind of pops you, like it literally makes you kind of leap into the next level of you, okay? So although it can feel a bit uncomfortable, love it hard, okay? And remember, guys, the things that you learn around money flow and working with law of attraction around money flow, the things that you learn, you can then go out and share that with others. So again, this is why I'm passionate. When people do my courses, I say go and share these tools with others. You know, you've got the tools now, share them, because this is about creating a massive ripple effect around the globe where everybody becomes empowered and free, okay? Is it okay to feel relieved? Yeah. So I'm just thinking how you would amp that up in your day-to-day life. So maybe think of a different word. So what comes after that feeling of relief, Jill? So once you've felt that energy of relief, then what comes next? What would you feel? Because that's probably going to get a bit more energy flowing for you, as the guidance I'm getting from Sarah. Claire says excited and expansive. Love it, darling. So make sure you are in that energy every day. Are you in that quantum leap, expansive vibration of you every single day? Are you doing things that make you feel like that? Are you wearing that a lot of the time? Okay, so awesome. Content, love that, Harriet. So what things can you do each day that make you feel content? How can you ramp that up? You can always do a list of 20 reasons why right now you are already so content. You can go and do things that make you feel content. So maybe write a list of things that make you feel content and make sure that you go and do those often as well, and just ramp that vibration up. Perfect, love that. Hi Claire, my darling, how are you? Mwah. Okay, hi Closer, hi Nicole. Okay, the roadmap has been weird for sure. So yeah, guys, so the roadmap, again, another thing to understand with law of attraction and working with your higher self and moving with the guidance is that the path won't be straight. So drop that kind of idea that the path is going to be straight, because sometimes, and I know that I've done this and I talk clients through this a lot, they think of what they want, they come up with a roadmap to get there, and they think that roadmap's going to kind of be straight and the fastest way. But it isn't the fastest way. When you work with your higher self, when you move with that inner guidance and you trust the guidance that you're given, that is the fastest way. It may not seem like the straightest way, but it actually is, because it's the fastest way. So just allow yourself to let go and be led, and just love every second of it, including the contrast. Love the contrast, because the contrast is helping you expand. Now, obviously, that is easier said than done. I know, because obviously I experience contrast as well. I'm human. No person in human form can have this experience without having any contrast. But try and understand that behind contrast is so much love and growth and expansion, if you will allow that to come. Okay. You're welcome, Jill, my darling. I'll have to watch again on replay. Sorry, a man knocked on the door. That's okay, Joanne. No worries at all. Is there a daily list of things we should do? So, I think the Dream Day journal process, as well as the mindfulness of breathing meditation, are two go-tos. I do think doing something before you go to bed is really powerful as well, so you can top and tail your day. But start there, and then in the mastermind program, I'll be able to work with you more closely and find out where your pain points are. In fact, one other thing, guys, that I'm going to be offering from now on, because just a couple of people have wanted that this last week or so I'm going with the guidance, is I'm going to offer a power hour where you get an hour with me. I will help you troubleshoot. So this is something I've always been able to do since day one of coaching this, and it's just something I've been able to do through Sarah, is work out, I get insight into where you are getting stuck. It's just something I can feel, and then I can help you unpick it and probably be able to see into your vortex for you as well. So if anyone wants a power hour who can't do the pursue your passion and prosperity masterminds, that I do know that they are around. I haven't put anything on the website yet because it's literally just something that's only come up this week. If anyone would like a power hour, inbox me. Okay, love you, Tish, my angel. Okay, thank you for the beautiful advice. I have guidance and I've taken baby steps, not jumped. Okay, Joanne, so leaping and jumping, a really key point here. And I do think it's the kind of thing that often you need to line your energy up to, okay? So there is that saying to wait until wild horses can't keep you away, and that's very, very powerful. But there are some leaps that people aren't making because fear keeps them where they are, and they're not realising that that's slowing them down. So when you have an inspired action, but you're scared to leap, tune into how it feels in your body. Does your soul really want to do it? Because if it does, and you spend like 3, 4 or 5 days just lining that energy up, by the end of that period you're going to know that you're ready to jump, even though it's still going to feel scary. So lots of people that I've worked with have done that for me. I've done that in the past as well, lots of times, which is why I've expanded so quickly. So it doesn't have to be something that you know straight away, but it is. I would say don't leave it longer than a few days to really know whether you're ready or not. Now, when it is an inspired leap or jump, that's not to say your ego isn't going to feel uncomfortable, because every leap I've made has felt uncomfortable. I've been a bit like, my soul absolutely wants to go with this, and it is totally on track with like the quantum leap version of me, but I'm still a bit scared, but I know that my soul needs to do it. I'm still a bit scared, but I know that my soul needs to do it, and my soul kind of just wins a bit. But don't think the ego isn't there. So don't wait for, don't think necessarily that you're going to know 1,000,000% that it just feels right and there's no doubt. There still will be a little bit of doubt, but that leaping is so powerful. And from a business point of view, when you leap, you will find that your clients do the same as you. So anyone that's wanting to power their passion and prosperity through their business, know that your clients are always going to be like you, but just like 1, 2 or 3 or maybe 6 months back. Okay, so all of my clients are like me. They all leap and they're freaking awesome, and they are all kind of where I was, a few months or a few years ago. So you will find the same for you. So just really actually think about that, and just feel into whether you know it's right in your soul, but your mindset is winning. Okay, because remember, feel everything, move with what you feel, not with what you think, if that makes sense. I hope that sort of helps. 3 hours walking at sea and paddling 7 to 10 a.m, all vibrationally amazing. Awesome, awesome. I'm learning to trust and follow the nudges, always inspired. If it doesn't feel good, I don't do it. Perfect. So yeah, really good point, my darling. So if you get a feeling in your soul that says, no, this isn't right, and it's very different from your head thinking, oh no, it's a bit scary and trying to protect you, you'll feel it in your tummy area, or maybe in your chest area. I tend to feel a lot of things in my tummy area. If you feel that something's off, trust that. Trust that, okay? So a really nice reminder for people as well, Nicola, darling. So again, if you're looking at the things that you're doing day to day, and you're just like, oh, that energy's in your tummy, if I don't want to do this, check in and just think, right, I am not powering up my passion here. Until I power up my passion, the prosperity is not going to ramp up as well. So we need to get both working in tandem. Okay. Hi, Zoe. Hi, Candice. Love you, Sarah. So much comes through and makes sense after a live with you. Oh, I love that. That makes me so happy. That's actually my awesome higher self. So thank you, Sarah. Thanks, Sarah, not me. She's the one with infinite intelligence for you guys. So much comes through and makes sense after live with you, but fear is slowing me. But I don't understand why I'm so passionate about what I want to do. So I don't think you need to understand why you are passionate. Is that the question you're asking? Just know that your passions are your path of least resistance. Thank you, Sarah. Your passions are your path of least resistance, okay? So don't question them too much. And it doesn't mean that that passion right now is going to be the thing that you do for your whole life, but just right now it excites you and it lights you up. So move with it, because that's your higher self saying, yeah, this is what you need to be doing right now, if that makes sense. And always trust that. So I hope that helps. But it's so nice to hear that so much comes through after these lives, because that's what I want. So that just makes me really happy. So thank you for sharing that. Love you, Candice, my darling. So does that help, guys? Does anyone else have any questions that they want to ask? Excuse my slick back hair, but it is a gazillion degrees today. And because I live in a gorgeous cottage, but it's very old, in the winter it gets really cold, in the summer it's all really overheats. So does anybody else have any questions? I'm just going to see if any more come through. But remember, guys, my Power Your Passion and Prosperity Mastermind starts on Monday the 5th of August. As you've probably gathered from this live, I'm looking for people that are ready to leap, that are ready to unleash their power and their passion and their prosperity, and people who really want to work on really being in their passion and really ramping up their money flow. And actually, I've never done a money mastermind, but this is probably going to be pretty much a kind of like the next best thing to a money mastermind, because money is going to weave so heavily throughout it. So if you want to ramp up your money flow, whether it is through business or just just in your life in general, you don't have to be a business owner. I want to coach all of you, each and every one of you, no matter where you are. But if you want to ramp up the passion and fall in love with your life so much more, and then reap the benefits of all the abundance and prosperity that flows, then check out that mastermind, okay? I'll put the link above afterwards. Got to go in that, but love you. Enjoy your nap, my darling. Love you so much. Okay, my darling. So I have no idea how long that live has been. I've just sort of come on and spoken with Sarah. I will be on again probably on Thursday to do another taster session. And I think on Thursday Sarah is guiding me to talk about law of attraction, desire, truth and balance, to talk about your higher self a bit more, and to talk about some of this new insight that I have been getting that I've been getting to grips with in a huge way over the last few months, and getting to grips with those have ramped up my manifesting even more, and that's what I want to help you to do. So that's probably what we'll talk about on Thursday. I'm not going to say a set time, actually. I'm going to let Sarah lead me again on Thursday, because actually Thursday's going to be baking, so it will probably be earlier on in the day, otherwise you'll see me melting in the afternoon. But I will come back on again Thursday. If anyone has any questions about the mastermind, do inbox me. If you just want to have a chat about the mastermind, inbox me and we'll jump on a call. I'm looking for like a handful of those that are ready to just soar now, and this will take you right into November. So it will set you up into 2020, which is awesome, because I just have this massive knowing that 2020 for this tribe, as well as so many, but in particular for this tribe, again, this is Sarah, there's so much to come next year. So for those of you that want to ride the crest of that wave with me and you feel like this mastermind is going to be an awesome fit for you, do reach out. If your ego's saying I can't afford it or I don't have time, don't let your ego say you don't have time because it's August, because that's just like, that is typical of the ego. So ignore that. If you're worried that you don't have enough money, you know, reach out to me, because I want to help you move past these fears that are holding you back. And obviously when you leap, that's when your universe and your non-physical team and your higher self lead you on, and so much magic happens. In fact, one client of mine signed up 4 clients this week, and I don't even think she was really trying. So this is the kind of magic that can unfold when you leap and you move with your passion. Okay, my darlings? So I love you so much. Thank you for watching, whether it's live or on catch up. Go and have an awesome few days in the sun, but I will be back on again on Thursday. Have a gorgeous day. Mwah. Bye.